So what is up, YouTube? It's Mario, aka the Loot Box Hero, aka YouTube's greatest fat man here, bringing you another video. Alright, so James Gunn finally dropped some of his plans for what he's going to do with his version of the DC Cinematic Universe, or the DCU, however you want to call it. We're going to check that out. I'm going to do a reaction to it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. Of course, if you want to continue getting videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all the stuff that YouTube requires you to do. Continue getting videos from me. I'm going to follow me at twitter.com/rsmario128. Like the video, tweet, share the video, tweet, and I will shout you out at the end of the video. As well as follow me at my main channel, RS Mario, you know, same name as the Twitter account, where I cover Nintendo and anime content. Over there, I'm covering Fire Emblem, which I will be streaming again soon. I'm covering Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC, and hopefully Zelda, if we ever get any news on that game ever again in life. So, yeah, let's get on into the news.
Hey everybody,
All right, here we go.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love, that resets the entire DC universe. And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now.
Wait a minute. So that's kind of huge. So that first minute's change, basically saying that so basically this is one of the questions that I had, because since he came on, they were kind of saying that they're going to do a reboot, so it was pointless to watch Aquaman 2, Blue Beetle, Flash, and Shazam, because it was like they're going to reset everything. You know what I'm saying? So since they're resetting everything, there was no real point in watching those movies, because the continuity is dead. But now he's saying that no, we're going to take those and they're going to be part of our continuity. So that would mean, I guess, that, maybe Shazam is good. Well, no, since the Flash resets the universe, I guess that means that they're going to be there, but they're not going to be there, I think, is what he's saying. Oh, shit.
So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation.
I'm not quite sure I like this art style. This could be just, the art looks good, but, maybe, of course, art styles always change. So it might look better when it's animated, but I don't know.
And usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story.
Wait a minute. When you mean did Watchmen, do you mean like the Watchmen TV show or the movie? Because that TV show was freaking dookie butter. All right, that TV show, that Watchmen TV show was booty butt cheeks. All right, I'm just saying. I mean, I know it's hard to adapt anything Watchmen, but that was terrible.
Story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. Okay. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it, and Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, yes. John Stewart and Hal Jordan. Yes. And we have a few other lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth. In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU, and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters.
All right, Silver Surfer looking kind of bad over here. I ain't gonna lie. Even though I know it's not Silver Surfer, but still. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Silver Lady over there, Joe, looking kind of bad. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. You know what I'm saying? I might get mercury poison, but I'll die a happy man.
The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DC.
So actually, this was actually kind of a good idea. Now, I have been spoiled to this because of Twitter. You know, so I've been spoiled to this, and it sounds really interesting. So Themyscira with you know, Game of Thrones type of stuff into it. I dig that. Now, the key question here is, are they bringing back Gal Gadot, or are they going to go with a new actress for Wonder Woman? You know what I'm saying? Or is this going to be like a situation where they have what's the black chick's name? I can't think of her name. There was a black Amazonian who is technically in the comic books right now Queen of Themyscira. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember her name. It's not Naomi. It's somebody else. And oh damn, I can't think of the name. Okay, whatever though. I don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully they bring back Gal Gadot though, because she was literally perfect for that role.
It's of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics' really popular cult heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy.
So this is actually kind of interesting because I vaguely remember Woman of Tomorrow. So if it goes the way I think it's going to go, that's going to be kind of lit. I ain't going to lie. I did kind of forget to talk about Booster Gold. Booster Gold, people like Booster Gold. I find Booster Gold to be kind of annoying. It's funny, but he's kind of annoying. And then the whole Batman Brave and the Bold. This is kind of cool too. But yet again, Damian Wayne is annoying in any iteration. Okay, if you look at the DC animated movies, and you'll know that like Damian Wayne's a dick, okay? But I guess he's our dick, so, you know, yay for that, I guess.
Run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about, a very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something
definitely
very
once in a lifetime.
One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
All right, so far I dig that. I'm digging that. Okay, so like the ideas so far look really good. Like, so I mean, you know what I'm saying, like Batman the Brave and the Bold is a little questionable, but that might be cool though. Woman of Tomorrow sounds like it's gonna be really good. All right, you know what I'm saying, like she's gonna be more of a jaded, you know what I'm saying. Now of course a lot of modern day female characters tend to be, oh, they're this jaded woman full of piss and vinegar, you know, but maybe it'll be a little bit different because she'll have real reasons to be that way. Swamp Thing sounds good. Now, hopefully this comes out, well, God, if this is, if Superman's 2025, this is probably like way in the future. This is probably like 2026, 2027, something like that. So, you know, but it could be interesting though if they can beat Marvel hard out the door, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of doubt it though. But I mean, because they could really do something interesting with that Marvel has been trying to do, and that is create these stories that are in the MCU, but they're tonally different, and it's kind of mixed results. I thought that Multiverse of Madness kind of worked with it, you know what I'm saying? But it's something like Eternals just didn't necessarily work with it. You know what I'm saying? Superman is sounding pretty good. So far, so good. I'm digging it. All right, I'm digging it. I think we're gonna be eating good as DC fans. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Speaking of comments, let's look at the replies here. Let me see. Do you even have time to blink? Wow, blinking is for lazy people. Okay, hold up. Let him cook. Buckling up. Okay. DM me. Tommy Wiseau. Is that like the real Tommy Wiseau? Oh snap! It's the real Tommy Wiseau. Okay. Hey, get Tommy Wiseau to play Booster Gold. Okay. Yeah, do that. Tommy Wiseau as Booster Gold. Make that happen, man. Make it happen. See, I'm a little confused. So does this mean that Shazam, Flash, Aquaman 2, and Blue Beetle are technically part of the new DCU? Or are they Elseworld stories like, let's see if he answers this question. E. Lee Zimmerman. Former infant, okay. Yes and no. Elaborate on that. Flash is gonna restart the whole thing, man. I'm a Marvel fan, but boy, this is gonna be flaming good. Okay, so essentially, so yeah, they are, but they aren't. You know what I'm saying? But it's still gonna be weird that Flash comes out before Blue Beetle and before Aquaman. So it still kind of begs the question, you know. Let me see. Great work. Thank you, James Gunn. put him in the DC universe. I don't know what that is. Okay. Popcorn gift. And I'm sold. Okay, pressure smoking. Might as well ask, any insight on why games get mentioned up front but no projects can be shared? Because games, again, yeah, this dude is right. Video games take too long to make. Games take way longer to make than movies. So, you know. Here we go. The first, bring back Henry Cavill. I'm not interested in DC until this happens. Let me see what they did to Cade Peterson. Let's see. Well, I guess you'll be missing out because it ain't happening. You really should try to open your mind. Okay, yeah, you being nice. Then you're not interested in DC. You're interested in Henry Cavill. There we go. That's pretty much it. Don't get me wrong. I like Henry Cavill. I think Henry Cavill's awesome. But I think what they did to him was lame. But eventually you're going to have to let go and realize that they're not going with that man. So that's about it. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.
I cannot wait to fuck this thing.
What?